Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another market analysis video. Man, we had a wonderful day today. Wonderful day. It could have been an excellent day, but we did get, we kind of closed a little bit sooner than we should have. But it still was a wonderful Friday. Wonderful way to end off the week. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the trades we took today and call it a day, man. Call it a day, because y'all know we do our analysis video on Sunday. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump to the trades we took, and then we gonna go ahead and call it, y'all. All right. So for today, I end up taking a total of I took one trade, two trades. I took two trades today, both on Meta. I did not take any SPY. I did take ES, but I didn't take SPY itself. My bad. I took two Meta, one Nvidia, and ES, like 2 or 3 ES trades. So yeah, let's go ahead and get up into them. For ES, pretty much I was just looking at the spot chart, and that's how I was getting my trades today. I took longs here. I took longs on ES at 11. I took long. I had multiple entries. So I took one long, took it up to this first fair value gap and rejected. Waited on it, came back down. I took another long. Let me zoom in for y'all. I took another long right here when it came back to retest. Took another long. Took it back up to the same level, but I was aiming for this fair value gap up here. So I took it back up to this zone, and once we got up here, I moved my stop loss up. And I was aiming for it to come into this gap. It did come into the gap, but it stopped me out before it got up to it. So those was my ES trades. Like I said, I use SPY to make my trades though. I use SPY to make my trades. Reason why I went ahead and took them loans was because what? We had a higher high was the last thing we did. On a daily, this is our key level. Remember we said last night though, on the 4 hour, our level was all the way down here. And I said, hey, our 4 hour is lower than our daily. You see that? The 4 hour level is lower than our daily. So I was like, hey, that's divergence. So I really don't like that, but it's fine because I still can take it. I still need to base my trades off my daily because it's the higher time frame. That's the one that's the most respected. So that's what I did. I said, hey, we're getting close to that level we ain't supposed to beat. I just need to see some rejection at a lower time frame gap. And that's what we seen on the 1 hour. If we look at the daily though for SPY, I was expecting us to potentially push up higher. I did expect us to push at least higher than this counter, which we did do that. We did go higher than this counter, but we opened higher. That's the thing. I was expecting us to push higher, but we opened higher. So we opened higher, went up a little bit, and then we just started moving down most of the day. And eventually did a little bit of recovering. So for me, it still never took our low out. It is giving some concern because it is a red candle. Red means what? We're looking for a low. Well, the next low that we got to hold us up is right here. So it's super close. It could take out our low and make a lower low. But we also can what? Consolidate. We could see a green candle come, then possibly another red, then another green. This could be turning into a consolidation area. So we just gotta be on the lookout. But what I did, I just still followed my bullish bias until we break our level. So what my bullish bias tell me, hey, We came inside this gap. We got our first green candle. We should be looking for longs at least up to the first gap we see, which is right here. We did close in the gap, so I was kind of expecting us to keep going. I was expecting us to keep going, but it must be a lower time frame gap somewhere up here that kept us from going higher. Because this clearly shows continuation right here. Closed above. Well, actually, the last high it didn't even close. The last high is all the way up here, but it did close inside this gap. So that kind of limit. When I see it close inside the gap, I always expect it to go to the other side, unless there's other gaps on lower time frames. So it must have been some gaps on the lower. Yeah, right here we got fair value gap here. It probably was one on the 5 minute as well. Yeah, we got one right here on the 5 minute. Look like one right here. So it was multiple gaps in there. That's probably what kept it from going all the way through. But we took them too long on ES, and that was the trades for ES for our futures. Now this was Meta. Well, let's go to NVIDIA first. Let's go to NVIDIA first. NVIDIA. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I kind of was a little bit biased to the upside for NVIDIA, so that's why I kind of got in my trade. I was, I was biased to the upside. I was biased to the upside. So when I seen the video come down here, where was it? When I seen the video come down close to our level we weren't supposed to beat out, I got ready for them long. Alright, once soon I seen the video start dumping. Right about like 179, I got in longs. And I just like, okay, if it break my level, this first level, I'm pretty sure it's gonna take the second level. So I just get out off the first level. So I was like, okay, if I get in right here around this 179, I really got a super small stop loss. But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't follow my plan. Like, y'all know, we supposed to use what? Fair value gaps to hold us up and stuff. Well, if we look over here, when this market was dumping, it wasn't no other gaps. There wasn't any more gaps. Once it broke past here, this level right here, this 180, it wasn't no gap. So I honestly shouldn't have even got in that trade. But like I said, I was more leaning towards my buys that I was looking for NVIDIA to push higher. I was just trying to get a quick scalp. Uh, I was trying to get a quick scalp back to at least like 182, 183. But it failed. When it came down into this level, I just said, hey, I tried to hold it for a second, but I was like, nah, don't close it. Stick to your rules. So I closed it right around here at like that 178. Closed the trade. And mind you, when I got in this, I was already in my meta trades. So, or I had got in my meta trade, one meta trade, uh, and I was holding, so I didn't close my meta trade. So I took one loss right here. It wasn't that big of a loss because I paid more for my meta contract than I did for the video. Because like I said, I was just trying to take the gamble with the video. So I didn't really spend. I spent probably less than $50 on that contract just because I knew I was taking the gamble. Then here we go. The last trade we took was Meta. I took two Meta loans. Two Meta loans. I told y'all last night what I was looking for. I said if Meta open up near that green counter we had overnight, take them loans. Here it is. I still got the drawing here. I told y'all last night. I said if Meta opens up anywhere or comes down anywhere near this level, take the loans because you don't have nothing but a $2 stop loss for a potential of a $6 run to the upside. And if we go to my next level, which was on 7.95, I said, hey, that's that's like a what is it? From 81, $14 move. That's what I was saying. That's a $14 move. Let me delete some of these alerts. Cause I don't know why I don't be deleting some of my alerts even when they get hit for some reason. I don't know why I don't. But I can delete these white lines because the white lines are what I make while I'm in trade. So let's clear it up just a little bit so y'all can see what I had looked for. Dang, I got a lot of these lines. I'm telling you, I was trying to manage my trade to the T. I was trying to get all the money I can out. Do better. Alright. So if y'all see at the open, it was like literally within the first minute or so, we hit TP. The first 5 minutes, look at this. It came all the way down. It came all the way down to that 181 where I told y'all to get in. 181, and then it went straight up to the TP. So literally within 5 minutes, you had a $6 move or better. Literally your day was done. Right there. Let me see. We can go on to 1 minute and see how. Actually, it probably was less than 5 minutes. Your day was done in less than 5 minutes. Look at this. Literally, we had to drop right at 8:30. So right here at this 8:31 count, that's where it opened up. You literally could have got in right 1 minute into the market. By 8:33 or 8:33, you was out your trade. So you got in at 8:31, 8:33, $6 move, easy $300-400. Easy $300-400 right there in 2 minutes. And that's the trade. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get to get in right down here, y'all. I was a little sorry because it went so dang fast, and I was on the go. I was on the go. I wasn't at home. It had dropped, and when I seen it drop down there, it didn't register in my head. Go get the contract right now, and until I seen it halfway up here, then that's when I was like, dang, I was supposed to get in my contract. So I waited on the pullback, and I got in right here, y'all. I got in my loan right here at the 183. Got in at 183. And I took it all the way back up to them highs. I knew it was gonna come back up there. Took it all the way back up, and I let it run a little bit. I think I got out at around 790 right here. I was like, okay. I didn't expect us to go to 95, so I ended up. I actually only reason I got out because I set my stop loss and it came and hit my stop loss because I was gonna let it run up there and see if it get up there, but it hit my stop loss and then it ran. Yeah, so that was the first trade I took. I basically got in right here at 783, took it up to 790, so $7 move. Then I let it come back down again. I seen it come into this 1 hour gap. I was like, okay, are we going to um bounce off this 1 hour gap? That's what I was thinking. So when it came down to this 1 hour gap, I seen it come down. When I started seeing it push up, I had got in a real light 795 long. Got in that long, took it up. I tried to let it play. So I was like, okay, well we made our new high. I let it pull back some so y'all can see these blue zones I got. I let it pull back some on these blue zones on the 5 minute. But it just kept breaking them. Right here, if y'all see. Cause I was trying to use these zones to keep my trade. So I got in right here on this green counter. I was using the zones to manage the trade. Right here, I was debating to getting out. No, I was honestly debating to get out because we failed to close inside it. And then I seen the market structure shift here. And I was about to close. And I did. I didn't close it. I held it. We got to close above. right here is where I had closed, right here on this counter. So basically kind of closed where the same area I should have. Um, but I still closed it for decent profit. It was a lot more. It was actually the contract was worth more right here than it was over here, just because I guess because of the zero DTE. Since it took what, it's almost an hour later. It killed my contract a little bit, so it took like extra $20 off, even though it was basically at the same levels. Since it took an hour later, it took about $20 off my contracts, but it was still I still closed it for profit. So yeah, those are two trades I took. Like I said, those was my two trades. I had my one meta down here, took it up to about 190, then got in again right here. I was trying to, like I said, I was trying to see if we can get back to this 192, but that's where I was gonna sell it. I was gonna completely sell it at 192 or right here at 193, and we was real close, but we didn't quite get there. So I had to close it because I was like, hey, once I seen this market start moving down right here, and we made this lower low, I was like, man, I think we just gonna either go down or go sideways for the rest of the day, and that's what happened. We came down and went sideways. So I literally left everything alone after 12:15. I said, no, I'm not trading the market no more after 12:15 because I think we're gonna go down or move sideways. And literally, that's what everything did. It just either moved down or went sideways. But those was our trades today, man. Like I said, it was pretty smooth, pretty nice trades. Uh, of course, my one meta covered 4 times that Nvidia loss we had, and then that second meta was just even bonus. So the Nvidia loss didn't really, it ain't do nothing. Like I said, I didn't even pay $50 for that. I think I paid $42 for the contract, and I closed it way before. I mean, of course, the contract ain't going to be zero off of $1 drop. So, yeah, but that was our trades for the day. Like I said, it was a nice way to close the week. And yeah, I see y'all on maybe be Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna do Saturday. If it be Saturday, it's gonna be late night. And like I said, y'all know I just do my little back testing and stuff, test out strategy. But definitely see y'all Sunday for our market analysis to go into the next week. All right, y'all have a good one, your boy. Peace.